You know, have you ever wondered how a single click on a website can kickstart this whole chain reaction on a factory floor? How it turns a bunch of raw parts into a finished product? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and trace that exact journey, from the customer's order all the way to a package showing up at their door. Let's dive in. So, let's start with the big question, right? How does a factory actually take a pile of wood, a box of screws, and some metal brackets and magically turn them into, say, a picnic table? It might seem super complex, but honestly, it all kicks off with one single, really powerful instruction. And that instruction, that's called a works order. The best way to think about it is as the command center for the entire job. It's the one place, the single source of truth that tells everybody on the team exactly what they need to build, how many they need to make, and all the ingredients they're going to have to pull off the shelves to get it done. Okay, but what actually creates a works order to begin with? I mean, why do we decide to build something today? Well, it almost always comes down to one of two reasons. The first way is what we call reactive, or building to order. This is when a customer places an order for something and, whoops, you don't actually have it in stock. That sales order is the trigger that kicks off the works order. Simple. The other way is proactive, building to stock. This is when you're looking ahead and deciding to build up your inventory, for future sales. You're not waiting for an order to come in. You're getting ahead of the curve. So now we have our works order. We've got the command to build. But before anyone on the floor can even think about grabbing a single screw, they need the blueprint. They need the recipe for what they're actually making. And honestly, that's the absolute best way to think about it. It's just like baking a cake. You wouldn't just start throwing flour and eggs in a bowl, right? You need a clear, precise recipe that lists out every single ingredient you're going to need. In the manufacturing world, that recipe has a name, the bill of materials, or BOM. And here's a little industry insider tip for you. Pretty much everyone pronounces it BOM. So the BOM is just a super detailed list of every single component you need to build one single unit of your final product. At its heart, a BOM is really just a simple list. For our picnic table, it might be, 4.5 units of wood, 23 screws, and 7 brackets. But here's where the magic happens. The works order takes that simple recipe and scales it up. Instantly, it tells you exactly how many materials you need for the entire job. And getting this right is so, so critical. A tiny error here, like saying 22 screws instead of 23, can cause production to grind to a halt and lead to some huge costs down the line. All right, we've got our instructions from the works order, and we've got our recipe from the bill of materials. Now comes the really cool part, the transformation. This is the exact moment where we digitally turn that pile of raw materials into a brand new, fully trackable product. So, inside the works order, the process is pretty straightforward. You go in and record the exact quantities of materials you used, because hey, maybe you had a bit more scrap wood from cutting than expected. You tell the system which warehouse or store those parts came out of. And then, and this is crucial, if you're using lot tracking, you assign the specific batch numbers of the components you used for this build. And that last step really gets to the why behind this whole thing. Assigning lot numbers isn't just paperwork. It's about making sure you have full traceability. You're creating a complete history for every single product that leaves your factory. So if a supplier ever tells you about a bad batch of screws, you can instantly find every single picnic table that was affected. That avoids a massive, costly recall. It's basically your product's birth certificate. So here's the payoff. As soon as you complete that works order in the system, it does this amazing digital conversion. So if we made 5 picnic tables, our inventory of wood, screws, and brackets goes down by the exact amount we used. And instantly, bam, our stock of finished picnic tables goes up by 5. Those raw materials have officially become a product we can sell. We did it! The product now officially exists in our digital warehouse. It's real. So what's next? Well, now we can finally fulfill the order that started this whole process in the first place. And the results is right there. 5 brand new picnic tables, all logged in our inventory system, sitting on a shelf, and ready to go to a new home. And from here, the final steps are an absolute breeze. All we have to do is go back to that original sales order. We generate a picking slip, and now, when the warehouse team goes to pick the item, the system shows it's in stock. They can grab it right off the shelf, and out the door it goes to a happy customer. And just like that, the journey's over. We've followed the entire flow, from a simple customer need to a works order, using a bill of materials, creating a manufactured product, and finally getting it right into the customer's hands. You see, this whole structured process, it turns what could be a really complex operation into something that's clear, traceable, and super efficient. It gives you the data and the control you need to build just about anything. So, I guess the only question left is, what are you going to build next?